I knew if I didn't change, I will not be respected by these people. You know how it is when you are in an industry and when you've done for so long, right? You've done it for so long. Sometimes you feel that you're alone, you're an island. Then for the longest time, I had this thing that people didn't like because I wasn't artsy enough for Cameroonian awards.
Okay.
Do
you even want to be?
Not really.
Yeah.
But I wasn't artsy enough.
Right.
And then for the comedians, when I first started comedy, Boom Boom Room and all that, we didn't write our own jokes. We got them all from joke books. So 11 years ago, there was this new era of comedians that say that you need to only perform your own material. You can't use jokes.
Rip off, right?
Rip off.
Yeah.
Which means like Kumar and me, that's how we did it. We rip off all the joke books. That's what we did. It was like 20 over years ago, right?
Yeah.
And then the new comedians are like, you need to write. So I wasn't respected in that group as well, because to them it's like, she only steal material from joke books or internet.
Cookie cutter joke.
Yeah. So that was about 10, 11 years ago when the Comedy Club KL first started. I knew if I didn't change, I will not be respected by these people. So I'm like, okay, let's do this. So I wrote my own material. That's how Supercam came about.
Yep.
Own material. And then from there, it went on to Supercam 2, Supercam 3, blah, 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 others, blah, 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 and all that. And then that was when I wrote. I was like, okay, if that's what it takes for you guys to respect me, I will write. And I wrote for 10 years, wrote. So when La La Land came, I asked for help. I wasn't like, no, I'm Joanne Kam. No, I asked. I'm like, hey, I need this. Can you help me? I didn't have budget. I didn't even know whether I can pay the theater because I didn't know that it was going to sell out.
Yeah.
Right? It was something so new. And me, myself, that means people need to come and see only me for an hour. But I did ask a few people. Like, I didn't have money to even do like the visuals at the back, where you put the pictures and all. Then I got another
full production, right? Yeah.
For production, I didn't have any production friend. Right?
Yeah.
Video editing, I didn't have money for video editing. I had money for even my stage manager. I said, I don't know how much I'm going to pay you, but
can help, right?
Can help. I mean, I know her budget. She's worked with me in all my productions, so I know her rates. So hers wasn't. I just needed to sell the show. It just needed to cover. But all the other little things like the, what do you call this, the graphics and all that, I didn't pay for it because I asked for help. And they were like, okay, I'll do it for you. And then, of course, the two boys as well, Prakash and Brian, they were like, okay. So I wrote 90% and they came and they gave me little expansion.
Right.
And when we opened after the first night, I was amazed as well. I come out, Aidan Arena is crying.
Right.
With some of my other friends.
Right.
And then I'm like, okay. And when...
What's a comedy show that they're crying also?
Yeah, they're crying because
it's funny, yet it's yeah.
There were a lot of jokes. I mean, it was a very funny piece. But also because it was so personal. I think it affect a lot of women,
Yeah.
I come out, this woman is crying, that woman, and they're all my friends, like Rosanna Musa and all that. I'm like, you guys are my friends. But it was another side they didn't see.
Did the guys not connect with it though?
Of course the guys connect, but they're not going to cry, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once he told you, right?
Yeah. So it was good. It's like when your friends who have known you for so long
get
also affected. So that's why I say that was my height. So that's why I needed to take this 2 years to just readdress everything, so that the next one that's going to happen next year will be able to top it. And it's always a scary thing because You're not trying to top anyone else except yourself.
Did it make you a better comedian? You think like when
Yes.
you're forced to come up with your own jokes,
Of course.
right?
Yeah.
And now that you think about how you were back then, what do you think?
We had no choice.
Yeah.
That was all we had. There was no comedy club. There was no comedians.
No
it was
benchmark to follow,
No
right?
benchmark to follow. It
Yeah.
was literally me and Kumar in Singapore. That's it. So like 29 years ago,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, so we did what we had to do at that time for us to survive. And of course, when the new breed of comedians come in, and that's the point when you have to ask yourself whether you buck up or you lose out, you trail off. And you of all person would know, like, to be sustainable in the entertainment industry, you can't just do one thing. You need to evolve. And I think I've evolved at my own pace, at my own time.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Glad you liked it. Now, if you want to check out a full discussion on all our other episodes, click right here. And of course, don't forget to subscribe.